Once upon a time, in a lively town filled with markets, music, and laughter, there lived a young boy named Ryan. Ryan was not lazy, but he had a habit that always stopped him from moving forward. Every day, he repeated the same words, "I will start tomorrow." He dreamed of becoming a painter. He loved colors. He loved to draw. And he imagined his paintings hanging in great galleries one day. But when the time came to practice, Ryan made excuses. His friends said, "Ryan, join the art contest." And Ryan replied softly, "Not this year, maybe next time." His teacher said, "You should paint every day." But Ryan answered again, "I'm tired today. I will do it tomorrow." Days turned into weeks. Weeks became months. And soon, years had passed. His dream stayed locked in his heart, but he never took the first step. Then one summer afternoon, a famous old artist visited the town. The walls of the central hall were filled with his paintings, landscapes, portraits, and magical colors. Ryan stood silently, staring at the paintings. His heart whispered, "I wish I could paint like this." The old artist noticed him and asked, "Young boy, do you paint?" Ryan lowered his eyes and replied, "No, sir. I always wanted to, but I never started." The old artist gave a gentle smile and said, "Do you know the difference between a dreamer and a creator? The dreamer always says tomorrow, but the creator begins today. Every masterpiece starts with a single stroke of the brush." That night, Ryan could not sleep. The old man's words echoed in his mind. For the first time in years, he picked up his sketchbook. The pages were old, the pencils broken, but he began to draw. His first picture was simple. Not perfect, but it was his. The next morning, Ryan painted again. And the day after that, slowly, he began to feel alive. But the road was not easy. Sometimes his paintings looked terrible. Sometimes people laughed at him. Sometimes he wanted to quit. One day, in frustration, Ryan threw his brush and cried out, "I am not good enough." Just then, the old artist passed by his house. He saw Ryan upset and said calmly, "Most people fail not because they lack talent, but because they stop trying too soon. Even the tallest tree was once a tiny seed. Keep going, Ryan." Encouraged by these words, Ryan picked up his brush again. Days turned into months. Months turned into a year. His walls were now filled with color. His hands had grown stronger, his art more beautiful. Finally, during the town's annual festival, Ryan displayed his paintings in the exhibition. At first, he was nervous. Would anyone like them? But when the crowd entered, they were amazed. Children pointed at the bright colors. Adults admired the details. And the old artist stood proudly beside him and said, "See, Ryan, this is what happens when you stop waiting and start doing." Ryan smiled and finally understood. Dreams do not come true when you wait. Dreams come true when you start. If you enjoyed this story, give it a like. Share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe for more inspiring stories like this one. Until next time, stay strong, stay hopeful, and remember, stop waiting, start doing.